children, right?
Yes.
All right. How did you come by them?
So my first child, I was raped.
Oh, raped?
Yes, I
My
was
God have
raped.
mercy. Hold on.
This is 3FM.
You were raped and you got
Yes.
pregnant.
Yes, I
Whoa.
got pregnant at 14 and I gave birth to my son at 15.
My God. You got raped.
Yes.
This is crazy. This hurts me. This makes me feel sad. At 14, was it in Jamaica or it was in
Actually,
America?
it was here. So, you know, when I was growing up, they said life and death lies in the power of your tongue. I never knew what it meant. So, like I said, I was a tomboy. So my grandmother, she would always say, you need to come home. You're the only girl there. They're going to rape you. And they're going to rape you. And I'm like, okay, why? Most of them are my cousins. They're neighborhood kids. We're the same age. So, you know, those things are not entering my mind. We're just plain free spirit kids. You know, giving trouble, walking, stealing the neighbors' fruits and you name it. And I was the bold one. So if 10 of us is walking and they say, Nekesha, let's go over to Blakk Rasta and ask him for fruit. They'll come and ask you for the fruit and you say no. I would be the bold one to just walk up in your yard and go pick the fruits.
Wow.
Then I'm getting a spanking from you and I'm getting a spanking from mom and probably grandma too. So, you know, I got raped in America and I gave birth to my son in America. I was a high school student. I never stopped high school. I was a straight A student. So I never made that get the best of me.
Do you want to walk me through how this rape happened? Was it a Jamaican?
Yes, he's now deported.
Deported because of the rape?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. What happened? Did you go?
So, no, it happens right in my house. He was a friend of my friend. So basically next door neighbors. And I was actually trying to get out the house to go. You know, my sister was next door because I was babysitting my sister. And I just got pushed back in with a gun at my head.
Gun?
Yes.
What?
And I was told not to say anything, which I didn't. Because I was, you know, it would be intimidating. Like I'm walking to school. I used to walk to school. School was not far from home. And he would creep up in the morning times, you know, the gun on his lap, so I mustn't say anything. And I didn't. So my mom did not find out that I was pregnant until I was 8 months pregnant.
Wow.
I had no stomach, nothing. I went for a physical for school, for gym.
You were not vomiting?
Nothing. I had no morning sickness. I felt
Wow.
nothing. A lot of people were like, you never felt? No, I never. And then the type of parents raising up in Jamaica, I would say that back then our parents were very ignorant. So it's a lot of things you never get taught, because I never get taught of the bird and the bees and your period and stuff. So the first time my cycle came, I was climbing a tree.
Wow.
So I thought I got cut.
Wow.
And my cousin was the one who be like, oh, you need to stay away from boys and you need to wear this. And I'm like, huh?
Wow.
So they never sat down and
Wear
talked
this
to
as
you.
in the sanitary pad, right?
Right,
Ah,
yes. So me, I was like so clueless, didn't even know what it was. And I'm like, okay. So, you know, I was never taught that when a man and a woman have sex, that will happen. Because even when I was getting ready to give birth, I didn't know that I was going to push a baby out. I thought they were going to cut my stomach because when my mom was pregnant with my sister, I always asked her, Mama, the baby going to come out? And she was like, they're going to cut my stomach. So I always thought that they were going to cut my stomach until they show me videos and,
Wow.
you know, stuff like
So you had to push.
that. Yes.
So this guy who raped you, I hate it that I have to be the person to remind you of this gory thing. But how old was he?
He was in his 40s, I think. 30, 40. Yeah, 40s.
My God.
So it was classed as statutory rape. He got 10 years. He never did the 10 years. I think he did a few years, then they deported him back home.
So he's back in Jamaica?
Yes.
Has he
he's
tried to reach out to you to apologize or something like that?
Yes. So I was very bitter. I wouldn't even talk to my dad. I would never get close to a man and stuff like that. So even when my son was born, I never loved the baby.
Yeah.
I would never be close to the baby. You know, my mom, a lot of people thought that my mom was his mother because I was never around. I left the baby and my mom and I went to college. So it's like...
I can relate.
Yeah.
I can relate. You didn't want to see the baby, so you left the baby and the mother was the one taking care of the baby, your mother.
Yes.
Wow. Did you breastfeed?
Just for a short time.
How old is this boy now?
So my son, he is 27.
Have
27,
you
28. He's married.
Have you grown to love him?
Yes.
When?
After I came back from college, few years, my mom and I had a little dispute. She didn't want to give him to me, so I was like, okay, let me, I'm back. I want to start be a mother and stuff. So he used to call me Nikki. So everybody called me Nikki. So the day when he called me Nikki, I was like, do not call me Nikki. I'm your mother. You need to call me mommy. And my mom get upset, and she wouldn't want to give me him. So I ended up had to call the police to get my son.
Wow. Wow.
This is 3FM.
Wow. At what age was this? How old was the boy?
So he was born 95, and I want to say probably like 97, 98.
97,
Yeah.
98. Wow. Now, at the time that you were asking to have custody, proper custody